is Rachel, and today I'm bringing you some of my most anticipated winter releases. So let's jump into it. So first off is the Karen M. McManus coming in with a new book. This one is The Cousins, and it's coming early December 2020. And I really don't know anything about it, but Cousins make me think it's going to be kind of a familial murder mystery, possibly. Maybe there's an inheritance that they start murdering for. I don't know. I don't like to know a lot about books before I read them, so I can't give you a lot of details, especially when it comes to murder mysteries. You don't want to know anything when you go in because you might know too much. You know what I mean? But anyway, Karen M. McManus is what bought me on this book. I will pretty much read whatever she's putting out. She's always an auto buy for books at school, so obviously it made my list. Another one that was an automatic buy for me. I mean, I didn't even have to think about it. This is probably my most anticipated release of the year. Also coming early December 2020, and that is A Sky Beyond the Storm by Sabati here. This is the fourth and final book in the Ember series, and I don't think my heart is ready. But it's time, and we'll see. I'm hoping maybe we can just have like one soul-crushing book just to go out with a bang and leave all of this year behind. You know, let's just get one last cathartic heartbreak in and then move on to better things in 2021. How about it? But I'm super excited for this book, even though I'm pretty sure it's going to crush me. Also coming out soon, this will be, I think, early January, is Across the Green Grass Fields by Shauna McGuire. This is the newest book in the Wayward Children series, which I actively avoided for a long time, and I'm really sad about now because I actually really liked it. I did not think I was. I kind of read it sarcastically because I didn't think I was going to like it, but it was almost like I had to give it a try to prove that I was right, and I was wrong. I really liked it, and I am excited to carry on with the series. I still need to read the one that was released this year in 2020, which currently I cannot remember the name of the title, but I need to read the last book that was released, and then this new release, I'm so excited for. They're short always, and they're fun, and they're fantastic, and I am excited. Another book coming out early January that I'm sure is going to be one of the major releases of the year is Concrete Rose by the Angie Thomas, and this is going to be the story of Star from The Hate U Give. It's going to be Star's dad's story, which I think is going to be very interesting. I think he was a very interesting character just in and of itself in the first book. So I think this is going to be one that gets a lot of buzz just in general because it's Angie Thomas, and I think just being based off that character, it's going to have a lot of success. I think this is going to do really well, obviously everywhere, but particularly at my school as well. Another book that I am interested in coming out in January is A Vowel So Bold and Deadly by Bridget Kemmerer, which that name is fun to say. I feel like it's hard to understand when you hear Kemmerer, especially when I say it, but it is fun to say. Anyway, this is the third book in the Curso Dark and Lonely series. Sadly, I've only managed to read the first half of that book before I had to put it down due to other responsibilities, but I am super excited about it and hopeful that it will be a book club pick when we are able to gather as a book club again at my school. So that will be a lot of fun. I think this series is going to be one that as soon as I can actually have time to revisit, I'm just going to fly through because it's got an amazing premise and fantastic writing. So this is the third book that I'm going to be super excited to get to once I can manage to finish the first one. But I think that's not going to be a problem because I think it's going to be amazing. Just time, you know? I feel like I wish we could have like a daylight savings time, but like for the winter season, like you roll work back, you know? Like you lose an hour of work every day and you get to read it or something. I don't know. Anywho, moving right along. Next up is Ground Zero. This is coming in early February from Alan Gratz, and this is going to be a 9/11 historical fiction, which is going to be very interesting. He does amazing things with his historical fiction, so I'm super excited to see what he does. And I think this is really important for our kids to be reading as they did not experience 9/11. I know it's very vivid for all of us who lived through it, but it is not so much for them. So this experience through historical fiction is the fantastic way to relate this experience to the kiddos. So I'm super excited for that one. I'm also really excited about a book called The Obsession coming out by Jesse Sutanto. This is another YA murder mystery style book. I think this is more along the lines of like an obsessive love interest, and again, didn't read too much into it, but I do feel like this was marked to become a sequel, so that is very intriguing. And like I said, it's always super popular at my school with the kids, any YA murder mystery, and also popular with this one here. So I'm super excited to try that one. In a similar vein, more romance, not so much on the murdery side. We have Breakup by Lily Menon. This is Sonia Menon's adult romance debut, and I love Sonia Menon's YA romance, so I have a feeling I'm going to feel similarly about her adult romance, so I'm super excited about that. Didn't read much about it because it literally doesn't matter because it's Sonia Menon and I'm gonna love it. So I went ahead and added to this list. This cover is adorable and I am ready for it. So that's coming in February. We also have What Big Teeth by Rose Zabo. I think they said this is kind of comparing, what do they say? Some book to the Addams Family, which intrigued me. I wonder if it is going to have Little Red Riding Hood vibes, because that's obviously what I'm assuming the title is alluding to. And the cover is really what drove me into this. That's a pretty striking cover. So I'm interested. I believe this is labeled as like a YA horror, which I think is going to pick up a lot of steam in my library as well. They're always asking for the spooky books, right? So I'm super excited for this one. I hope it's amazing. I hope it's as good as the cover. Do you know what I mean? Because if it's as good as this cover, it's going to be a pretty awesome book. Next up, we have Fat Chance Charlie Vega by Crystal Molinado. And I don't remember how I came upon this book, but I saw the cover and I read a little bit about it and I was instantly intrigued. I think mostly just the vibes of this cover really drew me in. And I also have to say, I feel like I have, the full name in the title has really grown on me. I feel like it's drawing me in. When they have a full name in the title, it catches my attention more now than it used to. Before I would just be like, that's weird. But it kind of suckers me in now. It's like, okay, I see a full name. I want to hear like a little bit more about this person. What's going on here? What's their situation? So maybe the title is what drew me in here, but definitely the cover. I believe this is slated to be a YA like contemporary. So I'm interested to see what goes down for Miss Charlie Vega. That's coming out also in February. Another one that's coming out in February, this one has been a long time coming. That is The Gilded Ones by Namini Forna. And I've had this on my radar for a long time, it feels like. It sadly got pushed because of all the COVID-ness. This one got pushed a lot though, like a full year away. I'm super excited. First thing that drew me in was this beautiful cover. This sounds like this is just going to be like an epic fantasy series that you're just going to be able to get like sucked into and lost in, and I think it's going to be fantastic. I predict this will be one of the ones that we read for a upcoming high school book club, so I'm super excited to get my hands on it. Again, that is The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna, and I believe this is already slated to become a series. I think it's called either The Death List or Death List, I can't remember, but whew, that's a series title, man. Also coming out in February is another YA contemporary that caught my eye simply because it was compared to When Dimple Met Rishi, and that is a faux love story by Loan Lee. I believe we are following two Vietnamese Americans, and yeah, all I needed to see was the comp to When Dimple Met Rishi. I'm interested. I'm interested if it can live up to that level of a comp. So that's coming out in February, and I'm excited for it. And last but not least, this one's going to be a little bit more dramatic. This is We Are the Ashes, We Are the Fire by Joy McCullough. This is going to be a tough read, I believe, but it is in verse, so it probably will move quickly, even though it's going to be kind of tough. I believe this follows a character whose sister has been raped by a fellow student, and is found guilty by a jury, but the judge decides not to recommend any jail time, and then we're dealing with the aftermath of that. So, gonna be tough, but very interesting, hopefully very powerful read, and that's also coming out in February. So there you have some of my most anticipated releases for this winter season. What do you think about these? You planning on reading any of them? What are you gonna read? Do you have upcoming books that you are just super excited for? Let us know down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in another video soon. Bye for now.